Hello, friends, and welcome to Coordinating Your Chaos with the Blended Mama. My name is Teresa Stone. I am the Blended Mom, and you can see, listen, friends, it is a little bit of a wild day here in my house. I got all the kind of curly cues going on. It just is what it is, and we are rolling with it. I am supporting my NC State Wolfpack. We are in the Final Four for both men's and women basketball this season. So I'm super excited. I'm probably going to be wearing this all week long. But anyway, that is not the point. Today we are talking about monthly planning, and I will say it's a topic I've talked about before. We're going to show the monthly insert, but I really want to talk about how, because listen, we are at the beginning of the month. Monthly planning is really a time for us to kind of refresh, restart. You kind of take the end of the month to reflect and review, and then now it is time to start fresh, and we can really work to build those habits and kind of, it's almost like starting over, kind of like a new year. Well, now it's a new month, and just because maybe last month didn't go the way you wanted, that doesn't mean this month has to be that way. So it's a new opportunity to really crush your goals, but that does mean that we need to do some goal planning, right? So I do want to make sure that you are doing that. I'm going to show you a little bit about how I do that, or where I do that. Obviously, my goals are going to be so different than anybody else's. Everybody's goals are unique to them. And I want you to know that whatever your goals are, doesn't mean it's wrong or anything. They can be small goals. They can be huge goals. Just make sure that you're putting an appropriate time frame on them, right? So monthly planning isn't just jotting down your appointments and your to-dos. It really is creating that roadmap for success of how you're going to achieve those goals. It's a blueprint for your dreams. And it really is a way to guide you through the month. And that's, I mean, my monthly insert, my monthly view of what things look like really is it is like the guiding force for me. I have to have a monthly. If nothing else, I have to have a monthly. It has the bare minimum of like the big things that I need to have done. So let's talk about why it's important. So monthly planning does give you clarity. It helps you to have a clear vision for where you're going. It helps you to prioritize what's really important right now and kind of weed out some of that noise, right? I know that I get a lot of noise coming at me. I mean, that is life with teens, right? And it's a whole like change of environment that we're working through because we have one that is graduating next month, and that next stage of life is about to start, and so it just feels really weird. And there's a lot of things that are going on in that season that could derail me from what I'm really wanting to accomplish. It's not that those are bad things. I just have to account for them and kind of work with them instead of letting them work against me. So having that monthly view does really give me that sense of clarity. It also keeps me accountable. I actually have a weekly accountability meeting that I go to on Mondays, and we talk about, what was your execution score? And that means this is how many things I said I was going to do last week. This is how many I actually did, and this is the percent completion, right? Basically. And I only count it for things that are tied to my goal. Because listen, my to-do list is a mile long. If I had to do an execution score based off of my whole to-do list, oh, that would be really bad. But when it comes to those things that are super important, right? Those things that are tied to whatever goal you're working on, those are the ones you want to measure, because that is going to tell you whether you are getting closer to your goal or not, or working towards your goal. And listen, there are definitely times that even counting it that way, my execution score was still in like the 30%. And that is because life happens sometimes. And while I might have planned for things to go one way on Sunday, something happened on Monday that totally derailed, and it needed to be taken care of, right? So sometimes there really is something that comes in that is a higher priority, and you have to deal with it. So don't think that you have to have 100% every week. It's just it's just a metric. It's a way for you to see, how are you doing with those goals? And it really can be empowering and help you take control of your time by having that monthly plan. You are saying, this is how much time I'm going to spend on XYZ. And you really are in control of that, and you get to determine how much of that actually happens. So let's just look at, our monthly calendar here. And We're going to look at it super quick. So this is my April monthly. This is like the bare minimum. These are the things that I need to do, or the places I need to be when it comes to like appointments and things like that. But when it comes to goals and my actions related to that, I actually currently do that in a journal. And so I start, and this is kind of how, if you were doing this on the monthly basis, I would say to do the same thing. I start by jotting things down. What is it that I'm wanting to accomplish, right? And then I figure out, well, how am I going to measure that? So that's kind of what some of this over here is. And then what are the things that I need to do to get there? And that's what this brainstorming over here is. And what that ended up becoming was a 12-week plan, which is what you see here. So I'm currently on week 1, friends. We are on week 1. And this might seem like a lot, but really this is 12 weeks of plan, right? So whenever I come and set up my weekly, which is very basic this week, friends, because it's just been a week already. But I have a place to start, right? These are the things that are tied to my goal that I need to somehow put into my plan. So I want you guys to think about that, and think about, not just the calendar, right? Not just your monthly insert, but what is monthly planning, and how can you really take that and take it by the horns and sit down and spend 20-30 minutes and really set your goal and set those actions for the week or for the month, so that you can really make progress towards your goal. That's what I want for you. So I want you guys to think about that. Now, we are doing a mindful planning workshop. It's called Mindful Moments, Transform Your Planning into Purposeful Action. It's going to be on April 25th at 8 o'clock Eastern. I'm super excited about it. You can actually register by going to theblendedmama.com/free workshop. You can be the first to register. If you go there like right now, you will probably be the first, because I haven't posted it anywhere. You guys are hearing about it first. But we really are going to talk about that monthly view, and then we're going to talk about creating time inventory with our hourly insert, and then using the notes insert for some of that brainstorming and the goal setting portion of all of that. So it's going to all come together, a lot of the same things that I just talked about, but in more depth. And there will be a live session about halfway through where you're going to be able to talk to me. You're going to be able to ask questions. So I'm really, really excited about it. I hope that you guys will come and join me. Again, that's theblendedmama.com/free workshop. I'll have the link in the notes. But I'm really looking forward to it. I hope that you guys will come join me. And I would love to hear what it is that you have planned for the month of April. All right, friends, have a good one. And until